It was just announced maybe 2 hours ago. Your countryman Anderson Silva is fighting Jake Paul. What do you think of that fight? Does Anderson win? Can you break it down for us?
Anderson has had a great experience, not just MMA, but he's really good boxing. It's going to be a great match. I think it's going to be a little bit hard for Jake Paul, but I see he's doing great too. Let's see, have the age too, but Anderson Silva have a lot of experience. Probably the experience is going to be a little better there. I don't know.
Do you think he knocks him out, or do you think they go 12 rounds?
Maybe I think Anderson going to go all the rounds. Yeah, I believe.
Wow.
Yes, I don't know. Let's see.
A lot of people would think that Anderson, or at least they want to see Anderson knock him out.
I really support Jake Paul. I think he's not just doing the box fights. He's okay. People say he's a YouTuber doing the box, but he really stand up for the MMA fighters. He's really talk about payday. He's really talk a lot of good things for change the sport, and they really support what he's doing. And I hope he's doing the great, great fight, and against Anderson Silva. It's gonna be great.
It's a good fight. I like it.
Yes.
Chris, hey, boxing? Wow.
Yes.
Took me by surprise. Usually it's the boxers from the female side wanting to get an MMA because it pays more and there's a lot more marketing. Why are you choosing to do the opposite now, from MMA going to boxing?
I have no a lot of people know this, but I really step first time in the martial arts MMA, like not just MMA. I started in boxing. So I started boxing in Brazil, and after that I told my coach I would like to do a boxing fight. But say, Chris, I cannot do this for you, but you can go another gym. They give the name the Shooter Box Gym. So then I started doing Vale Tudo and the training, everything together, mixed martial arts. But I start in boxing. So for me, it's one of my dream. So it's not about money. It's really doing boxing fights. It's it's one dream come true.
When you look at it, like, how has the transition been for you going from MMA into boxing?
It's different. It's different. The training is different, and you can focus more in boxing because in mixed martial arts you have to train a lot of things. Now you have to train jiu-jitsu, wrestling, boxing, Muay Thai, and depending on who is going to fight, you have to do strategy, And for me, it's very different. But I'm really happy. I put in this camp a lot of sprint. I'm working with Coach Brandon, and I do swimming training too. A lot of bags, a lot of sparring, a lot of run, jump rope, a lot of things. And yeah, I feel ready.
At this point, are you putting MMA behind you? Are you done with MMA, or are you wanting to see how this boxing debut goes to decide what you're going to do in the future?
No, I never done MMA. The MMA is having my fans that wait for me. So I really ask for them come to support me in my boxing fight. This is one of my dreams. He opened the door for another fights. I would like to do. And I want to do the big fights for my fans. And before I retire, I'm gonna get it close to retire. But before I retire, I want to do big fights for my fans.
So the boxing thing it's not like one and done, like you mentioned. Like, this has always been a dream, but are you looking like for fights with? I know she's your friend, but maybe Clarissa Shields or other women in boxing that are making a name for themselves.
I never call out my next opponent. I'm waiting them calling me out, and I'm going to be ready. I always face the challenge. I really do train really hard, so I just wait. But there's no. I don't stop MMA. I'm going to continue doing MMA. This is just one time.
What's your opinion? You're starting to hear more women in MMA wanting to explore boxing. I saw a few interviews that Holly Holm did saying that she would consider going into boxing to face Katie Taylor as well. What do you make of now? Like, what do you think's changed in boxing that women MMA fighters are choosing or keeping that option open?
I think the first difference is the pay. I know the women's MMA not getting paid the same in the boxing. Boxing MMA getting better, and then the women's MMA grow a lot. Past the years, I started MMA. And a lot of other girls too. But the beginner don't have a lot of events with the girls. Don't have a lot of opportunities. And I think the women's box, the girls coming to the MMA because they have more opportunities. But I hope it open the door for the women's boxing. I think Holly Holm go back. I'm doing too. I think a lot of things are going to open for the women's boxing. This is always I do. I support the women's MMA and I support the women's boxing too.
Let me ask you this, and you might be a little biased on this, but a lot of people see you as the greatest female combat sports athlete of all time, certainly the most accomplished because of how many titles you've won in different organizations. What do you make of sometimes like the narrative being pushed that you shouldn't be considered that people say maybe Amanda Nunes is when you've accomplished a lot more?
You know, who is really understand about the world, the women's MMA, just to follow now, but to follow the mixed martial arts, the beginner, they know what I did for sports, and I was now never selfish. I always think about the girls coming out and they do best, the better that I did, but I think I did a long time. I'm the champion for a long time. I defended my titles a lot of times, and I stay more champion in my career than no champion, and I'm just thankful to support my fans, and you're never gonna say I'm the greatest. I let my fans say that. If who knows the women's MMA, they know who I am.
You know, when you look at that and you look at the boxing landscape in terms of women, is there a matchup that you look at it and you think that's the one I want, or like, oh, that excites me, I would love to have a fight with this person in boxing?
Boxing and MMA.
Boxing.
I want to do the biggest fight, in my career. And if it's some big name is calling me, like Kerry Taylor's calling me out a couple of times, so I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna train and do my best if this fight is gonna lead for the future. But I really focus for Simone. I don't like to look in the forward before step the next challenge I had. But I really work really hard, and I want to do the biggest fans for my fans. Cyber Nation, I do the biggest fights for them, make it happy, and continue my legacy.
Could you make 135? That's kind of a big cut, no?
No, we're gonna have to work on.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to work on this. She have a lot of experience. I have a lot of weight, so we're going down. I do something.
This debut, at what weight is it for you?
It's 154.
Okay. So.
Yes.
Do you see yourself competing a little below or like around that weight for boxing?
I did my license 147 for boxing a couple years ago, and this is gonna be first time I fight 154. For me, it's a big challenge too. It's different. I want to see how my body's gonna feel, and yes, but I don't go under the 140, the 143. I'm not going under this. I did already a couple bad cut weights, so. Let's see how's it work.
Yeah, I would hate to see that again because I saw the clips
Yes.
it looked excruciatingly hard.
Yes, it's not good, but they opened the door for a lot of women. Opened the division in UFC before. I don't have 145, so I did a couple fights on 40, and then we make the fight. Make the division over there. Make me really happy. I hope they continue the division because this is open the door for another woman.
Chris, thank you.
Welcome.
Good seeing you. I look forward to your debut coming up September 25th in your home country of Brazil.
Yes.